Welcome back, everybody. This is Hayes Tech. I'm Dave Hayes, and this is the channel where we talk about anything tech, and I do mean anything tech, okay? And when I say tech, I'm talking about pretty much anything that is under the whole giant tech umbrella. In this video, I want to talk about the XTU S3 action camera, and it is another camera put out by the company XTU. And from the products that I've reviewed so far from XTU, I'm pretty impressed with. So when we come back, we are going to go ahead and talk about the XTU S3 action camera. You guys can see it right here. We're going to unbox it. I'm going to do some video tests and go from there. So don't go away. Okay, now before we unbox this, I just want to go through a couple of the technical specs on it real quick. It is an action camera with a front-facing screen as well as the rear screen, and it will shoot up to 4K 30. The rear screen is the screen that has the touch capability, but if you switch to the front screen, that's there just so you can frame yourself up, okay? This camera, again, is waterproof. Not water resistant, but waterproof to 5 meters without its waterproof case that is supplied with it. So just like the GoPro, you can take the camera without an external case, turn it on, go for a swim, and the camera will work just fine. You don't have to worry about any water ingress or ruining the camera. Now that's up to 5 meters, okay? Now with the provided case, it will go up to 40 meters, okay? Now just like the other action camera, it does have their built-in image stabilization. It's native EIS, and you do get that with 4K 30. Now this does have, it says an 8x digital zoom, and now basically when you zoom in with this camera, you do it just by touching the screen, and you can do that while recording. So unlike all the other action cameras that I've done reviews on, this one here, just like the XTU X1, all you gotta do is touch the plus or minus sign on the screen while recording, and it'll zoom in and zoom back out. So this camera also has that feature. It also comes with an accessory package, so we're going to go ahead and dive into that. Now, before we do the unboxing, I just want to tell all of you right now, I have some fans running because it is 93 degrees here in central Pennsylvania, and it is hot. And even though the air conditioners are running in this house, this room, or my studio, has no air conditioning. So I need the fans to pull the air in, and you guys might hear that. So I want to apologize now for that, but it is what it is. So what do you say we go ahead and unbox this and see what we get with this XTU S3? I guess I should have pulled the plastic off before I decided to go ahead and unbox it. Alright, there you guys go. That's, if I'm not mistaken, this will just slide out. Okay, let's take the top off of it. There you go. I think I'm destroying it as I'm pulling it apart. Pull the camera out, and again, I'm going to do this unceremoniously. This time I'm just going to pull everything out, and then we're going to go through it. This is the package that we have left now. Let's go ahead and open up this portion, and we will just go ahead and dump it out, and then I'll go through everything. Okay, so in the first box, again, we get one of these sponge covers, which I like these. It also helps with the microphone to knock wind down, so that's pretty cool. Here is your remote control for it, and again, this only controls your picture and video mode. It just allows you to take pictures and start and stop your video recording. Cleaning pads and stuff. Looks like pretty much everything that was in the XTU X1. There is a microphone. Awesome job with that. I love it when these companies send microphones with their product. Now, what would really be cool, again, as I said in the last video, it would be awesome if they would put a 3.5 millimeter jack in there and allow us to use our own microphones. So XTU, if you're watching, or any of the other action camera makers out there on the market, let us use our own microphones. That would be great, and I don't think it would be that hard to do. Okay, so again, we have the different plate attachments. There's 3 of them in there, along with the sticky pads for them. And this is the attachment that has the 1/4x20 threads that goes into the bottom of the camera, and then it has 1/4x20 female threads here for attaching onto a tripod. Angle adjustments, lens cover. I actually lost the one that came with my XTU X1, so I'm going to keep a real close eye on that. I'm not going to lose this one. Some more angle changers, another angle changer here, and of course this goes into a base plate and pulls it up so you can put the camera on top of it. It's just a way to attach the camera to a base plate. All right, let's go ahead and open this box. Okay, again, we have plenty of cables and attachments, so that's good on them for that. I love it when they give us these Velcro attachments like this, because you can use these to mount the camera in some pretty weird situations, so that's cool they give us that. Here is your charging cable. So you plug this into the camera and then plug it into an adapter and into the wall, and go ahead and charge your camera up. And again, they do not supply an extra battery and charger, but you can order them from their website, okay? And of course, this is a motorcycle / bicycle handlebar attachment. So again, a lot of attachments, and what I noticed in this, it's pretty much the same stuff that we got in the XTU X1. So my guess is the same accessory package, which again, kudos to XTU for that. So let's slide this off to the side, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the camera out and see what it looks like. Okay, again, it comes in the waterproof housing, which allows you to go very, very deep. If you want to go any more than 5 meters deep in water, you want to put it in this housing. And it looks just like the XTU X1, so that's pretty cool. My guess is they're going to be interchangeable. So let's go ahead and flip the front back. And these are usually fairly snug. Good. Come right out. And there it is. If it wouldn't say S3 on it, I mean, it looks pretty much like the X1, to be honest with you. There's the bottom. This is where your USB and charging port goes. This, of course, is the speaker on it. Here is your button to switch from the rear to the front. This is your little mic port here. This is your record button, or taking a picture button. And this is your power up button here. This is where the battery goes, and this is your 1/4x20 thread. So let's go ahead and peel off that. That. And that. And my guess is it's probably... Okay, so we don't have any battery power in this, and I'm going to bring it back as soon as the battery is charged. Actually, I'm going to check and see if the battery in this is the same as the XTU X1, because I actually have charged up batteries for that. So let me go check now, and if it works, I'll put a battery in there, and then we'll go ahead and see what this looks like. Okay, so I turned it on. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the camera on this right now. The front-facing screen's nice, and one thing I like about this camera right off the bat is it has the option for you to put a square around your face, and apparently it locks onto your face, and my guess is it's focusing, so we will see. So here you go. You guys tell me what you think of the picture on this. Now what we'll do next is take it outside and put it through its test, so let's go ahead and head outside. Okay, so we are shooting on the XTU S3 action camera, and this is what you can expect for image quality. I did hear some people were having issues with the focus on this, saying that the camera wasn't focusing on them. The only thing that I can figure about that is they must not have had it set for the face detect, okay? Because remember, this is like a 2-roll camera. It's made for both an action camera and it's made as a vlogging camera. So when they thought up the whole idea of the vlogging camera, what they wanted to do was they wanted a camera that you could vlog with and it would really focus on your face, okay? And that's kind of crazy because this camera is, you know, if you think about it, it's kind of like a GoPro or any of the other action cameras I did, and there really is no focus to think of. It's got one of what they call an infinity focus, which means everything is in focus. But somehow on this camera, they changed that, and you can actually decide whether you want, you know, everything in focus, or if you want it to focus on you, okay? And my guess is when you have it on infinity focus, and if you try to, you know, to blog or vlog with that, you know, it's trying to focus on everything else, and you're probably going to end up with, you know, your face not being as crystal clear as you would like it. Okay, so I have the, again, the face detect on. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and shut that off, and we're going to let you guys see what it looks like with the face detection turned off, okay? And we're going to see if we still have the focusing issues that, you know, a lot of people's been reporting to XTU. So let's go ahead and turn the face detection off and see what it looks like. Okay, so we are now recording with the face detection turned off. And I just want to see if we're going to have focus issues like so many people reported to XTU. XTU's had quite a few reports from people complaining that their cameras aren't focusing anymore, and they end up getting blurry videos. And I don't know if that is an issue with the camera or if it's an issue with them not using the face detect if they're vlogging. From what I understand, it's mostly on when they're vlogging with it. It's not when they're shooting, you know, out. And again, this camera is meant for like this as an action camera, okay? You know, so you'd be running your bike around or your motorcycle or whatever, and you'd be using it as an action camera. And this is what you can expect. Okay, so I figured I'd let you guys see again what it looks like. Now, I did notice one thing though, between this and the XTU X1 action camera, it does seem like this is way more sensitive to sunlight. And when sunlight hits the lens directly, it makes everything dark. And I have everything set to 0. I did not adjust anything like exposure comp, you know, your EV comp, any of that. So there you go. But I'll tell you what, so far I think it takes a very nice video image. Again, you're talking about a camera that now is $138 as opposed to $200, okay, or $199. You're going to not have the quality that we had with, you know, the XTU X1. That doesn't mean you're not going to have good quality video, but you cannot expect it to look like the XTU X1. God, that is a nice camera. Okay, so, but at $138, is this comparable to the Akaso Brave 7 LE or the Campark V40 or any of the other action cameras on the market like this with a front-facing screen? Now, with this front-facing screen, this turns this camera into like double duty. It's both a vlogging camera and an action camera. And you got to remember, this is waterproof without a case, up to 5 meters. So there you go. And then when you put it in this waterproof case, well, then you're waterproof up to, what is it? I'll put it up here, I forgot. I think it's 35 meters. I wanted you guys to see what it looked like without the face detection on, and I'm curious to find out if it's focusing on me as well. So I just wanted you guys to hear what it sounds like with the microphone on outside. I've had the microphone on the camera the whole time, but I've been using my Sony lapel mic and my Zoom H1n for the audio. But we're gonna let you hear the audio from the XTU S3 right now with its included microphone. Audio test 1 2 3, audio test 1 2 3. This is what it would sound like outside if you were using it, say, for a vlogging camera or an action camera, and you had this microphone on. Now remember though, if you use this microphone, you have to open up that door to access the USB port, and you are no longer waterproof. So remember that. If you want it waterproof, use the on-built microphone. And from what I'm seeing, actually the inbuilt microphone's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. Trust me, I've seen a lot worse. Okay, I can see it's got a square around my face, so it's focusing on me. Now again, we're not going to try all of the different view angles on this video. Well, I don't know, this might be a real long video and I might actually just do that. I did want to bring up though about the batteries. On my XTU X1, the batteries from my Akaso Brave 7 LE and my Campark V40 would work in that camera. I noticed they will not work in this camera. And XTU, what they did was they put a little teeny nub in the very bottom of the inside of the camera that corresponds with a little groove filed out of the bottom of the battery that does not allow those other batteries to go in this. Now, the batteries from my XTU X1 action camera, they will work in here because those batteries have that little bump milled out of it, so they do work. So anyways, here we go. What do you guys think? I might just go ahead and drop this. Oh, I know what I want to say. One thing that I thought was kind of weird, whenever you go to 1080p, it no longer has 120 frames per second. And in 720p, there's no longer 240 frames per second. It's 90 frames per second in 1080p and 120 frames in 720p. So I wanted to let you guys know that as well. You know, it is what it is. I've seen worse. At least they gave us 90 frames per second. So that's pretty good. Again, the only thing that I would have to say that I don't like right now is the fact that they changed those batteries around, and now I can't use all of my Akaso battery or all of my Campark batteries. I can't use them in this camera. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right, I think that will conclude my vlog test. What we're gonna do next is probably shove this under the water, let you guys see what that looks like, and try to finish this video out. So, see you inside. All right, I figured I'd just bring it down here to the fishing creek, and yes, that's what it's called, Fishing Creek, right here in Mill Hall. And it's not very deep here, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna put this under the water and we're gonna see how it fares under the water. And I'm recording myself right now, and this is me on the XTU S3. So we're gonna use this camera so you guys can see me put this in the water. So let's go do that. Okay, it's under the water. I don't know, I can't feel it. Gonna try to find somewhere a little deeper. Okay, so where I'm at right now, it's about 1.5 feet deep here. All right, that's it. I'm done shoving it in the water. What do you say we go finish this video out? Okay, I just got done dunking the camera in the water. Here you guys go. You saw me walk down. Of course, I think I got out of frame there. I was looking for a deeper spot, but it worked well. It's still recording. Yep, it's still recording. So let's go see what this video looked like. Alright everybody, I hope you liked the video. I tried to give you as much information as I could on this camera as possible. Now in the editing, I thought it did actually pretty good. Now I do have it set up over here using it as if you would say a studio camera. So here's what it would look like if you were going to use it as a studio camera. And now remember, I have this set to its widest field of view. So, you know, you may want to crop in a little bit if you want to have that more of a narrow, more personalized view, but here you go. This is what you can expect with this camera. I think the colors on it are outstanding, and you guys can see it right here. You guys can see right now, I mean, I've got my arm bent and I can touch the camera. So this is right about where it would be if we were outside vlogging. All right, real quick, I just want to go over some things I didn't like and, of course, the things that I did like. Now, under the things that I didn't like, it only comes with one battery. And XTU, if there's anything that I could give you advice on, it's give 2 batteries per camera, because one battery just is not enough. And believe me, we would gladly pay the extra $10 or $15 to have that extra battery and the charger. So that's one thing that I didn't like. And I mean, it's not like a showstopper, but man, I would love to have that extra battery. Okay, and I do want to bring up again that there are reports of focus issues with the camera. Now, you can see me right here. I think it looks pretty good. I can see the screen. Of course, it's pretty small, but my eyesight's pretty good at this distance. And I mean, I used to have 20/20 vision, and I still don't have to wear glasses except for reading. That's old man eyes. And I can see it's pretty clear. So, you know, it is what it is. Again, I don't know, you know, all of what's going on with the reports that they have out, but my guess is only on a few cameras, and if that is the case, XTU is going to get right on it to get that fixed. The other thing is the aggressive auto lighting control. If you just leave it on auto light and like the lighting outside is not, let's say, optimal, like cloudy and that, man, if you move around, it will go from super bright to where, you know, washes out your face, to really, really dark, almost to the point where you can't see what you're videoing. And of course, I've said it in the XTU X1, that camera works best when you put it in manual anyways. And man, when you put those cameras in manual and take control, they make pretty nice videos. So I just wanted to bring that up. Make sure you guys are keeping an eye on that. Now, moving to the things that I like. The colors on this camera. I would have to say, out of the box, just the color on this camera I like. I'm used to my Canon cameras, I'm used to my Sony cameras, and the way XTU uses color in their cameras, I really think does it justice, and I do like the way they do that. So many, I mean, look at GoPro. GoPro's coloring in their cameras, even though I love GoPro, it's just way, way too saturated. Now, I've heard that the brand new GoPros coming out are actually a lot better, and I do know that when I use my GoPro Hero 7 Black, and I set the color to its neutral range, it's actually not that bad. But if you set it to the GoPro coloration, wow, it's just, well, just watch the video I put out between the GoPro Hero 7 Black up against the XTU X1, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up that I really liked is the ability to actually use the exposure comp in the camera. A lot of action cameras give you that, but you don't really get full control over that. And believe me, with the XTU cameras, you do. You get full control. And I would, if I were you, use that feature, because you can actually dial in how much light you want, how much exposure you want. You know, if you want to darken the mood a little bit, you know, darken the mood some. You know, if you want it a little brighter, and don't overdo it, make it a little brighter. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for this one. Here you guys can see it. You know, tell me, what do you think of the video quality of this camera? Comment below and let me know what you think. Alright everybody, I definitely wanted to try to keep this video short, sweet, to the point, so we are going to go ahead and close this out. Don't forget, whenever I hit 5,000 subs, we're going to be giving away my Canon T6i to one of you, and we are actually at around 4150 now, so I mean, we're getting up there. It's not going to be long till I can give that camera away. Also, I'm going to stop saying like, share, and subscribe and all that. That's just, it's crazy. You guys know what to do if you like the video and all that, so it is what it is. So with that said, I just want to thank XTU again for sending me one of their cameras. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.